Hello and welcome everyone. It's Penny here from Wales in the UK. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you to all my subscribers who have stuck by me because it has been a few weeks since I last made a video. I've had a nice break from making the videos, so I think I'm back now. I wanted to make a little art playbook with glue binding. So I watched a tutorial on Saccibo channel. The artist name is Dragona, but her channel is called Saccibo, and I highly recommend her videos. She makes everything very clear and really easy to follow. So I will put a link, her channel in the description box. So here I go. I'm using some acrylic art paper for my pages. So this is 240 GSM, and I take out 3 sheets and then cut those sheets into 3 equal parts. I'll have 9 signatures and 18 pages. So I've measured out my first page, and then I use that as my template so that I get them all at the same size. Then I fold each page, making sure that when I fold them, the corners meet nice and neatly. That's another important part, because you don't want your pages all different sizes, because then your book won't sit evenly. So there we are, I'm quite happy with those. Now I'm using some of the Amazon packaging for my cover. Sorry about the glare there. The sun was quite bright, and I didn't want to pull the blind down because we've had so much rain. It's really nice to see the sunshine. So I do the same with my card packaging, just cut them exactly the same size as my pages. You could cut the covers a couple of millimeters bigger than your pages. I think that's what Saccibo did, but I just cut mine the same size and it worked fine. Now I'm just measuring a spine here. So the book is going to be quite narrow, so my spine was only about 1.5 centimetres, or about half an inch, I think. I'm using PVA glue for this project. And then now I'm going to glue the spine. So I've put some acetate either side and held them on with a bulldog clip, just to hopefully prevent the glue from sticking the pages together, or kind of, just being messy, really. Stop me from being messy. I think it does make it easier as well to glue the spine this way. I do take my time doing this because I want to make sure that all the pages stick together. And making sure that I go, into all the grooves there. So I put that to the side, and takes about an hour to dry. So now I have this piece of cotton that I've jelly printed. The jelly print didn't work out too well, but I did like the colours, so I add a little bit more jelly printing to it later on. So I'm just going to use the PVA glue again to glue this cotton onto the cardboard covers. Luckily it was just the right size, and I did have a little bit left over so that I could use it for my spine later on. I used a brush to put the glue on so that the glue is nice and flat, and I don't have any creases, and then I'm just using the bone folder there to make sure that I don't have any creases. I always find this bit a little bit tricky, cutting the corners. I quite often cut too much off, but on this occasion I think I did it just right, so I was very happy with that. And then I just put a little bit of glue on the edges there, just to make sure I think that it's nice and neat. So I've called this my little art playbook because I think what I'm going to do in this one is just put some stencils and make a very simple little book. Maybe put some brush strokes or something. Not quite sure, but I also thought I wanted to practice making them because I'd like to make a few and maybe sell them. I don't know. We'll see how they work. I'm trying to make the corners as neat as I can there. There we are, so that one's finished, and then I do the second one exactly the same. There they are, there's the two. So now I'm going to add a little bit of jelly printing to the covers, and the glue on the spine is dry now. It didn't take very long. I think about an hour. I think I did mention that before. And I'm happy that it's looking quite neat. So this is one of my golden paints, the Pithalo Green. And I'm going to use my leaf stencil and just put that on the front and the back covers. So that one didn't work quite as well, but it didn't matter. I was quite happy with that. Then I decided to use the ghost print on the front page of my little book there. So now I'm using some Liquid X Gold acrylic paint. I didn't mind that there was still green on the brayer and a little bit of green on the jelly plate. That was fine. I've just got a green gold instead of a gold. And now I'm using my tree branch stencil. I do love this stencil. This is a new one that I've got. I think I'll be using this one a lot. Okay, so there's a little bit of gold sheen on there. I think it was getting quite late in the evening when I was doing this, and yes, it's getting a bit dark now, so apologies for that. But I didn't really notice because I'm sitting right next to the window, and in real life it seemed light enough, but obviously the camera, it is a bit dark on the camera. And then I used the ghost print again on the page. You can't see it very well there on the screen, but it does show up in real life. And so now I'm going to use this golden Piccolo blue and just add that to the book page. I really like how that looks. I'm really happy with that. So now I'm just opening all the pages just to make sure that they're all stuck down, and I really like this glue binding technique because the pages lie nice and flat. So yeah, I do prefer this to the sewing binding. So now I've got a plain piece of cotton here, and I'm going to glue that onto the spine of the book, so that will connect the book to the covers. I think I just eyeballed that piece of cotton there. I don't think I measured it. I just cut enough so that it fitted neatly around the book, and there was enough there to keep it connected. I'm adding a bit of glue onto the cotton here. I'm not quite sure why you do that. Probably just to strengthen it a bit. I'm doing it because Dragona did it in her tutorial, so I thought there must be a reason for it. So I just put that to the side to dry. And now I need another piece of cotton now for the outside of the book, to cover the spine on the outside. So I measured this piece so that it was longer than the book, because you need it to fold over the top and the bottom. So I think this piece is about 7 centimetres, about 3.5 inches, I think. And then I'm just measuring down the middle so that I place my spine in the middle. So I just glue the card onto the cotton. Making sure it's nice and flat. And then I place the covers just about 2 millimetres or so either side of the spine, so that then the book will fold nice and neatly. Then I glue the outside of the cover. Put that down onto the cotton, just leaving that little bit of space between the spine and the cover. Then I do the same on the other side. I'm definitely making sure that it's flat on there. So that's the outside now. So I've got 2 equal parts on either side of the cover, so it looks nice. And then I just glue down the top and bottom parts. So I'm just checking now that it folds nicely. There you go. So that's all good. And then I just leave that to dry. And I come back a little bit later and everything is dry. So now I'm going to attach the book to the cover. This method does take longer than the three-hole stitch, this three-stitch binding, three-hole stitch binding, but I feel it's worth it because I do prefer it myself. So now, of course, you've got to make sure that your cover and the book are the right way around. The camera angle wasn't very good here, but I'm just flattening down that piece of cotton onto the cover. You'll be able to see it when I do the other side. It's a little bit awkward doing this. I'm sure there's a better way, but with a small book this was okay, but if it was a larger book I'd have to find something to lean it on. So now I'm just looking for that piece of acetate there, so that just to protect it while it dries, so that the glue doesn't stick the cover and the pages together. So now I'm good. These are the inserts to the back and front of the, the inside of the back and front cover. I just took some cardstock, black cardstock, and then stenciled a white script. No, I stenciled a script. I used a script stencil with some white acrylic paint. That's what I'm trying to say. I hadn't left the glue to dry here on the cotton there, but it didn't matter. But I think next time I will probably use some, painted cotton and put it on the outside of this piece here. Just getting my bone folder there and making sure the little grooves there are, well, I'm making little grooves. Putting my acetate back there, protect the pages and the cover. adding a bulldog clip to hold it in place. And then I do the same with this piece. So that's the book all put together. So now I add some finishing touches, and I'm using a little bit of the gauze here with the green acrylic paint that I've dyed it in. I just love the way the gauze, the effect, of the gauze, the way it looks. I just like it. So I use it quite a lot. Here I've got some textured paper that I'm going to stick down. It's white with a few spots on it. I'm actually using my Liquid-X medium gel here. Then I put my window frame on, and then I just make a little collage then. I've embossed a bit of watercolour paper, and then just put a little bit of my Memento ink on there, the love letter pink. And that's another piece of textured paper in green. And a little leaf that I've die cut. And then a couple of butterflies. There's one butterfly that I die cut, and this is obviously a punched butterfly. I'm adding a little bit more of the. I'm gonna do the tree stencil now. Just adding it to the first page. I just wanted a little bit of colour on there. That's the back page, so I put the first jelly print on the back page, and then I used the ghost print on the front page. And then I think this is the last thing I do in this video, is I've got my hummingbird stencil there, and I'm just using some white acrylic paint. And then I get my brush pens out and I do a little bit of the script stencil in with the black brush pen. And then I go over the hummingbird with the blue brush pen. And I'm almost done now. This video is quite long. There we are. So that's it for today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really happy with the way this little book turned out. And I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you very soon. Take care of yourselves, and sending you lots of love. Bye for now.